What's going on, Chicago Latin Music? Here we go again. We got another artist on the roster ready to go. We got Juno Lost Kause aquí con nosotros. What's going on, bro?
What's up, man? I appreciate you having me. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Man, we appreciate you coming over here and talking about a little bit about your music, your career, what's going on with you. So for the people that don't know about you, can you tell us who is Juno?
Juno, first and foremost, I wanna shout out my team. You know what I'm saying? Mobbed Up, Gino. Shout out to y'all, my manager, James. You know what I'm saying? It's always a blessing to have people who believe in you. I did 10 years. I've been in the game for about 10 years, and I've been doing it by myself. So it's always good to have a team, and it's definitely helpful, you know.
Absolutely. You always need a team, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm from Humble Park, Latin scene, you know what I'm saying? Grew up in the hood. I grew up around North Avenue and Kedzie. That's the area I grew up around. And then after that, I was in the streets and I went to the Army. I did 4 years in the Army.
Okay.
And I got deployed. I went to Iraq. I went to Korea. I've done a lot. You know what I'm saying?
So can you tell us about a little bit about your time in Chicago? What made you start in the music business? What took you to the music?
It was music was more of a way to vent, a way to get things out of my system that I couldn't really talk to anybody about. And it started off with poetry, you know. I started doing poetry, and I used to be in the neighborhood rapping with all the guys, and I always stood out. And people used to tell me to take it more serious, but I really didn't. You know, I was like, rapper, I'm not gonna be no rapper. You know what I'm saying? It got to a point that I started rapping in front of hundreds of people that were from different countries and states. And I stood out there too. And I was like, damn, I might have something here.
Wow. So now that we see you back in the scene, can you tell us about a little bit? We've seen that you're promoting a song with Katie God Banks, Miss Pop Out, one of the first ladies from the Chicago scene. Can you tell us a little bit about that song that you got coming out?
Yeah, man, it just dropped, man. It's doing pretty well. Katie, that's family right there. You know, that's gang. Shout out to my brother Bruce for putting that together. You know, I had a song, and you know, he was like, man, you gotta put Katie on here. Yeah. And I was like, oh wow. I was like, you know what, you know, he had a direct line to her, and we put the song together, and she bodied it. You know, she bodied it. She bodied it, and I was like, you know what? And after that, man, we just been like family now. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. People need to put more respect on her name because of what she's done for the city. She has a legacy, and she's about to make some noise right now. I've heard some of her that she's about to drop. It's crazy.
So a big shout out to Katie Got Bands. We just noticed something on a post by Cardi B saying that she was like the first female drill artist. So big shout out to you, Katie Got Bands. Hopefully we can get you on the podcast too. So, you know, we can talk about a little bit about the career and how Chicago has treated you, because it's all love in the city. So Juno, let's talk about a little bit of what you've seen in the Chicago scene as far as like Chicago Latin artists. Do you see the love, or like is switching? How do you see the artists switching in the city now? You think how are you looking at it?
You know, there's so much talent out here. Latinos, we're so talented, and I don't believe that we're getting enough love, and with all due respect, no blogs are really posting us, none of that. So I believe that we're being slept on right now, but our time's coming, and you know, it's inevitable. There's too much talent out here for us to go under the radar for that long, you know?
Absolutely. And that's one of the reasons why Chicago Latin Music is one of the pages that we started, just to put a shine on a light on all the artists. And we're so glad that we're getting this love and response from all the artists. Juno, let me ask you a couple of questions. Who is your favorite Chicago artist?
Right now, I would have to say I like Dirk right now. Dirk and Chief Keef, he's a legend.
Legend.
But you know, I gotta shout out all of them. You know, King Louis, I've always been a fan.
Yeah.
Katie, of course. So yeah, and and Herbo, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
yeah.
If you were to put an artist that you have that it doesn't have to be an artist from Chicago, but if you can say an artist that you would love to do a collab with, what artist would it be?
I actually did a song with Twista, and that was one of the things. Like, I grew up listening to him, so I did a song with him, and it was pretty cool. He's a cool dude too, man. Like, I remember just being a shorty, just trying to keep up with his raps, and he's a legend to me. So it was dope doing a song with him. And but right now I would have to say Dirk, man, because he's on fire. He's definitely on.
Yeah, we think Lil Durk has got to the level where he's like a household name and everybody knows who Lil Durk is. I appreciate that opinion. I think you're correct. Everybody will love to do a track with Lil Durk. Let me ask you something else as far as like the music in Chicago. Do you think now it's easier for a Latin artist or just artists in general just to get put on in the city in Chicago, or you think it's still like back in the day?
Um, it's easier because of social media, but Chicago's always been tough for anybody to really get recognition. I've toured around the world, you know what I'm saying? And Chicago's probably the toughest city to really get people to really like support. But it also comes with it's a good and a bad thing because it makes you that much better as an artist. You have to be great in order for people to respect you here. You can't just put out some huff ass music and people are gonna fuck with you. Like you have to be dope. So it comes with good and bad. But as far as Latinos, like, it's coming. Our time is coming, and whatever I could do to change that, I'm gonna do.
Absolutely, yeah. I feel like when we checked as far as like your background, what we did before the interview, we went and checked a little bit about your career and everything. We saw that you were one of the first Latin generals. And let me ask you this: is there another Latin artist that you think has started the movement in Chicago way before you?
There's quite a few artists they're my homies.
Okay.
They're like my brothers. They're my little brothers too. Like, like Lito, Lito Garcia. He's been doing this thing for a long time. That's my bro. You got Smiles, LV the God. You got a lot of these cats from the neighborhood. The hardest thing about Chicago, we're in Chicago, so gangs always are gonna come into play when it comes to unity. So it's like, if you're from over there, man, I can't really make a song with you because you my op, so
right.
That's the only issue we have. But as far as me, I feel like as far as what we're doing, what I'm doing, like traveling around the world and all that, I'm definitely one of the first, for sure.
For sure. I appreciate that. Let me ask you this now, for the youngins, let's just say for the new starters, artists that are in the city, what advice would you give this new artist? Like, for example, somebody that doesn't have a lot of money, doesn't have the equipment. What advice do you give those youngins?
I would say invest in yourself, man. That's if you're not willing to put up, like, it's gonna take time. A lot of people are in a rush, and you have to invest in yourself. Like, I've invested thousands of dollars into myself. I shoot my own videos. I edit my own videos.
Wow.
I engineer my own music. I do everything myself because I understood that nobody's gonna take care of my product like I am. It's mine. So I can't expect a video guy to take as much time as I would take on something. So
nice.
That's why I do everything myself. But I would just say invest in yourself, and if people don't believe in you, just believe in yourself. That's it. I mean, it's cliche, but it's the truth, man. It's the truth.
Appreciate it. No, a lot of youngers just want to know how to get put on and all that. Appreciate that comment. Now let's talk about a little bit. Do you have any album, any music coming out other than what just dropped? Obviously, do you have any surprises coming?
Man, I got some surprises. I got some big surprises coming, man.
Anything that you can mention for Chicago Latin page? Some exclusive coming out?
Sure. I got a song. I got a song called Brat that's coming out. Very different than anything I've ever done. and it's coming out in May. It's coming out next month. And then I have another song, another video song, it's a Spanglish song dropping in June called Bellaca. And it's another hit for sure. So I have a rollout of quite a few songs that I'm about to drop. I want to own this summer. So that's the plan.
Appreciate it, man. So now I did put a post on Instagram for people to ask you questions. And obviously we got a couple questions from them. So let's just get them out of the way. It says, is Juno single?
Man, that's
we couldn't got a more Chicago answer than this.
Be honest, bro, I just like keeping my personal life personal and private. So
there you go. Next question. Favorite place to eat in Chicago?
Marianao's, man. Them Cuban sandwiches and them steak sandwiches be smacking. So
all right. Best jibarito place in the city?
Man. I stopped eating those, man, because that shit got me fat, man. I was eating jibarito. I was getting fat. Shit. I gotta shout out Cato spot on Armitage and Kesey.
Okay. Okay. We love that place. One of my favorites too. So let me ask you this question. Hennessy or tequila?
Man, I love both, but if it's gonna be a long night, it's definitely gonna be Hennessy.
All right. R&B or bachata?
Oh man, that's hard. Damn, depends. If I'm like super drunk, bachata.
Okay. Reggaeton or salsa?
Reggaeton, man. That's an easy one, yeah.
Okay. Drill or underground hip hop?
Drill. I'm sorry, guys. I started from the underground, but man, I like to turn up.
Got you. Chicago Cubs or the Sox?
I'm gonna lose some fans right now, bro. The Cubs, man. The Cubs, the Cubbies.
Okay. Well, those are some of the questions that they ask us on Instagram. They always want to know a little bit about you. And then again, we heard that you got music coming. We hope that you give us a shout out on your new music. You got love from the page. We're always going to share your music. Thanks for coming into the show. Thank you for stopping. Juno, is there anything else you want to say before we say goodbyes?
Yeah, man. Once again, shout out to my team, Mobbed Up, Gino. Shout out to my manager, James. Shout out to my brother, Bruce, for putting the collab together. And shout out to the Ops for the hoodie. You know what I'm saying? That's gang right there. That's it.
Thank you. And if you could just give a big shout out to Chicago Latin Music, I would appreciate it.
And big shout out to Chicago Latin Music. Thank you guys for having me. I love you guys so much and so much to come. And I'll never be Hollywood, bro. So you reach out. I don't give a fuck how big I get.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you again for stopping by. Have a good day, my man. Blessings on blessings, brother.
Sir.